All right, here we go. We got ourselves a fresh series coming at you. A best of 5 between two of the best in the business. Spawning down for Storm Gaming, it is MaxPax. In the blue. And his opponent. Spawning up at the top right. For Talent, it is Dark. In the red. We're going to be seeing a gold base first. Dark is one of the players that is a huge fan of this. MaxPax, ooh. All right, I've been thinking about this double gate as a response to the gold base first. It can work very well. I'm really curious to see how it will work right here. Very curious. Is he going to go for an early Zealot with this? Of course you can. Can try and swipe down the rocks. You can also try and defend the rocks so that your opponent does not have an easy of a time defending against this. This is one of those maps where it is really important. Really important to get everything as quickly as you can. Oh, single. Okay, there we go. It's like he's got to have double chrono, right? Yeah. Just didn't have the first or the second chrono right away. Now, these adepts are going to get across the map very quickly. Dark will, of course, gain benefit from that gold base quite quickly as he's already transferred over the drones. With the double chrono, you do get across the map 10 seconds faster. Here comes the double adept. MaxPax is going to be able to keep Dark from killing these debris. But the debris, it does not take a lot of attacks to kill this. And even the Queen is going to be able to do a lot of damage to this. Now, this is still a lot of lost mining time. Ooh, I like what Dark does here, though. To gain some value, this is still 30 extra minerals he wouldn't have otherwise gotten. Ling speed is still a ways away from completing. Oh, Dark is going to, or MaxPax is going to step into these units. Oh, he will be forced back. Barely keeps that adept alive. Dark so close to getting the kill. Ling's in the main base on the other side. Oh, looks like they got a probe. But he did lose a few of them. Meanwhile, adept will go down on the other side. Ling speed is going to complete in about 5 seconds or so. 334, 335, 335, 336. It is going to be resonating glaives, but Dark got the scout on the Twilight Council. That is excellent information for him. Oh, and he's going to be able to get the kill before the adept can shade out. Dark is so good at getting the grab on those units. Uh-oh. Dark, Madark. That one doesn't work so well because... by the way, thank you very much, Claybones, for the Tier 1 resub at 27 months. This stream has ads? Huh? Eh? Mar? He is Chadark. Always sucks when you lag out. We are going to see quite a few Lings just being a nuisance here. Dark will start mining with the gas in his main base once again, and he's going to take that second gas as well. Dark is one of those players who likes to under-drone and try and take fights more aggressively. Like this, for example, he jumps the adepts as they're coming across. Very quick recall from MaxPax. Saves every single one of them, but that is a lot of HP damage. And did he even kill a single Ling with that? I don't think so. It might have been one. It might have legitimately been one Ling kill. Dark, though, has already slowed this down significantly. He forced that recall. He's softened up these adepts. Normally, we don't think about adept HP as being that important. But for something like this, with it being a glaive adept attack, this is a big deal. And Dark did drone a little bit behind this, so he's up to 41 drones now. He's going for the 3 Ravager defense as well. Didn't have the gas for the 3rd Ravager right away, but I mean, 2 Ravagers is still going to be really good. And the 3rd Ravager is just to make sure that the War Prism can't easily morph in into its phase mode. And with the Overlord on the Watchtower is actually so good for Dark as well. Oh, Lings. Oh my goodness. They're going very hard on the counterattack. But there is no 3rd Nexus there. MaxPax is trying to get up into a robotics bay. Dark is super far ahead if he can avoid taking any damage. Which MaxPax, it feels like it's going to be hard for him to get this. However, he has kind of slipped past Dark a little bit. Dark, nice micro on the Ravager, kind of draws the Adepts into the fight. Ooh, Adepts need to get into a pocket, but the Lings are going to get on top of them before they can do so. However, there's still a limited amount of surface area. And now Adepts are going to warp in behind at the gold base. Oh, where'd the Adepts go? Okay, they've kind of been forced over to the side. MaxPax will be able to save 4 of the 5 of them. Honestly, considering how well Dark jumped on this, MaxPax is doing a phenomenal job. But, I mean, the supplies tell the tale. Another Adept goes down there. Lings will get in on top of these Adepts. Oh, and there's the full surround. That's going to be all 4 of them getting cleaned up very quickly. Brilliantly done by Dark. He has managed this situation. I don't want to use the term perfectly, but he's managed this situation perfectly. Absolutely outstanding defense from Dark in the face of an extremely strong attack. Now, MaxPax is going to go for a big charge lot disruptor all in. That is something I didn't have on my bingo card. I don't see this working. Now, of course, the charge lots are going to be very good against the Zerglings. And the disruptors will be good against, well, everything. The problem is Dark can just produce a lot. Nice save on the Stalker there. Gets it out of harm's way. First of all, got it into a good position, and then second, got it out of harm's way. All right, yeah, 8-gate charge disruptor. Not something I would have expected to see. Dark is attacking, though, and this is not what you want to be doing. Disruptor number 1 does get saved, but doesn't get a shot off. Disruptor 2 gets the shot off, but goes down. And MaxPax is basically holding on 2 bases against a Dark that's on 3. Like, yeah, and he's even going to lose the gates at the front. Disruptor's trying to come in from the back once again. Dark with a pretty good pre-spread. MaxPax grabs 1 Ravager. Zealots will do well against these Roaches. But Dark, I mean, even if he trades, he's already killed a quarter of his opponent's production in the form of those gateways. Ooh, Disruptor shot. Gets a couple of units. Once again, it's not really enough. Not even really close. Dark with some good spreads. He's losing like 2 or 3 Roaches, but MaxPax just cannot compete with the size of Dark's army, and Dark will take game number 1. All right, here we go. Game number 2. Spawning down in the bottom right for Storm Gaming, it is MaxPax in the blue. And his opponent spawning up at the top left for Talon, it is Dark in the red. And he's going to be going for an extractor trick hatch first. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I like it. I like it. And it is going to prevent him from having his hatchery getting blocked. That's obviously a very good thing. MaxPax is a player that pretty much... I don't know that I've seen him not hatch block, or at least not attempt to hatch block. Trying to remember if that's been a thing from him. I don't think so. We'll see if Dark does anything special with the gas timing here. But I don't think he will. MaxPax just being a big nuisance with this probe, and he's doing a great job with it. Obviously, anytime you can disrupt your opponent's mining is, well, it's valuable. And it is quite annoying to deal with when the player is as good as MaxPax is. Man, really messing these drones up. Causing a triple stack, still keeping some of the drones from mining. Dark will saturate with a... Oh, yeah, no, it's full saturation. Okay. Okay. I think I prefer this. I have been seeing a lot of Zerg players, Raynor specifically, has liked to do just 2 drones on gas, but I feel like it's a little bit late. Oh, but it's actually a fake out. He shows 3 drones on gas mining and then goes back down to just 1. Oh, that is cute. That is cute out of Dark. So that's going to make MaxPax think like, oh, link speed, he does the math. He's like, okay, well, you'll mine 100 gas in, I don't know, what, 45 seconds, give or take, blah, 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 from this point. Okay, so that means link speed will complete. It's 70 seconds from there. Okay, I have this amount of time before I can, you know, have to worry about link speed completing, but it was a bluff. It was a bluff. Hey, thank you, Jularius, for the 400 biddies. What color are MaxPax's eyes? They are Sal Uwu. Ooh-woo. Ooh, blue. Creep Tumor does complete just before the Adept can get the kill. There is a very funny little sweet spot timing. I used to think if the Creep Tumor survived 2 attacks, it would always live against Adepts, but it actually can still die to the 3rd attack. The cloak doesn't always kick in. Like, it doesn't fully finish is what I'm trying to say. Will be... What was this? Yeah, just Adept into Stalker, so Oracle wants to provide that high ground vision to make sure that this goes down. Dark will get a little bit supply blocked by this. He's actually going to need a couple extra Overlords to compensate for the fact that that went down. Oh, wait, no, never mind. His hatchery finished, so he actually gets a little bit of supply from that. Ah, that's why I'm the amateur Zerg, and Dark is the pro. Dark, once again, he is one of those players who just... He doesn't focus as much on spreading the creep right to the edge. He focuses much more on spreading the creep as soon as he can. And that is really cool. MaxPax will get into the main base, but he's already taken a lot of damage on one of these Oracles, so he only grabs 1 drone. So far, Dark is... I mean, kind of everything in this series is going Dark's favor so far. Ooh, Oracles. Oh, it's going to take a little bit of damage. There are 5 Adepts here. MaxPax going to look to clear out some creep, and he will tag all 4 active Tumors. But with 4 Queens there, MaxPax is not going to feel like he wants to skirmish with that, and in fact goes for the shade into the mineral line. Drones will kind of pull to try and deal with this. They stack up a little bit. MaxPax gets into a good position with some of the Adepts, but not all of them. So it ends up being a better fight for Dark than I think it should have been. Still, he killed a fair number of Lings. It was enough to trade okay, but it could have been amazing. Like, if instead of, you know, 3 Adepts getting bunched up at the top, he gets 2 or 3 Adepts in here and then 1 or 2 Adepts here. All of a sudden, it's basically fully walled, except for this bottom little spot, and there's, like, no surface area. That was very close to being way more difficult to clean up. We are going to be seeing a very standard follow-up from MaxPax. Dark, very quick infestation pit. This feels like an extremely fast hive from the Korean Zerg. He does take the vertical base, by the way, for the line expansion pattern. Not really a big surprise there. This isn't like ZVT where this position is just so brutal to deal with. It's still really strong for Stalkers, don't get me wrong. Oh, that's a Nidus network. This is going to be Swarm Hosts. Swarm Host Nidus coming in from Dark, almost certainly. MaxPax is taking a 4th Nexus. Dark is... well, he's not going to win that little fight. There it is, 10 Swarm Hosts starting on up. Oh, big Stasis Ward coming in here. Storm on the way. That is actually going to be really good against the Swarm Hosts, potentially. But if we see the Nidus network pop out before Storm is done, this could get very sad for MaxPax very quickly. And it is looking like this is going to be a sneaky move. This is not being tracked. And now MaxPax hears the explosion of the Nidus Worm. Oh, the Ling's actually not able to get as many kills as I would have thought there. MaxPax, nice job making sure the Stalkers split their targets. But battery overcharge on the other side of the map, not going to be enough to keep this Nexus alive. It will go down very quickly. And he keeps the cannon alive. I guess that's something. But obviously the Nexus was the big plum. Oh, he also just killed a bunch of Stalkers. Yeah, he killed a few. Killed a few. And now Psystorm does complete, but it is too late. Oh, even baits out the first Storm. Did that even kill a single unit? I don't think so. Oh, if he can get these... nope, he won't be able to. He will force the Locust out. And that is going to be a decent situation. Meanwhile, on the right side, probes do get mostly saved. Honestly, that wasn't so bad. That was an entire Locust wave for like 3 Stalkers, which is still good trades. Don't get me wrong, but it can be so much worse. Ooh, this is a good job finding this Nidus network. Finding this Nidus Worm, I should say. Obviously, it is tough. Oh, Banelings. MaxPax. Storm is good. First one, at least. Second one. Oh, here comes the Nidus Worm, or the Locusts. Storm's going to come on down. No, they're just barely enough to save the base. Beautiful Storms right there for MaxPax. Oh, I thought that was going to be too little too late, but it was just enough. Ooh, Dark, though, he wants this base. Archon Morph is going to try and save it. And it will manage to with the help of the Stalkers coming in from the bottom side. Banelings, though, they're just going to click the Nexus. He does not manage to repower this shield battery in time. If he had, he could have battery overcharged and saved it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There's still 2 Banelings alive. Oh, the cannon's just barely getting the save there. Dark really has MaxPax on the ropes right now. Once again, killing another base. Dark is doing such a good job with this chaotic, hyper-aggressive attack. MaxPax is scrambling the defense. And he is technically defending, but he keeps taking big damage. Oh, and now we're going to see a bunch of probes going down as well. MaxPax needs to save at least the majority of those. 17 probes go down. How many have died in this game? Well, actually, most of them just now, 20. Nidus Worms are in multiple locations here. During all this, Dark is teched up. He's got his hive done. Of course, it's been done for a while. Now Seismic Spines is finishing. Adaptive Talon's already queued up. He's got +3 melee on the way. Adrenal Glands is done. Hydra Speed after that Hydra range upgrade. So he's filling out both the Lurker Den and Hydra Den tech tree. Locust Wave. Okay, we'll get caught in a Stasis Ward. That is a pseudo hard counter to Locusts. As you're going to see before this Stasis Ward expires, yeah, there's the Locust dying. They do time out inside of that Stasis Ward. Oh, nice job right here from MaxPax. We'll get on top of this Nidus Worm. Once a Zerg player starts finding damage against a Protoss with Nidus Worms, and especially when they're as good as Dark is with them, it is so difficult to stabilize and really keep your head above water as the Protoss. But so far, MaxPax is doing a good job. However, here comes the Lurkers. There's so many of them. And they've got their adaptive talents finished up. Now the Hydras have their full upgrades as well. They are only +1 missile, but, I mean, with the range, that is kind of all you need sometimes. Battery overcharge, trying desperately to keep that Immortal alive. Will keep it up to its name. A little bit of a flank coming on in. Oh, Stalkers, some of the blinks from the... He blinked everything to the left. That was a very awkward little maneuver, but this Immortal really living up to its name. 6 kills, but I swear to God, it just soaked 1,000 damage. That Immortal just lived through everything. MaxPax, though, he lost a lot. And once again, oh, this Nexus, there's no battery overcharge to save it. It's going down. I'm yelling. Wait, is it? Ah, he's not targeting the Nexus. Hang on, he's going to survive. 12 probes go down, that's a lot, but MaxPax is still in this game, very much so. I mean, I say that, and then I looked at the supplies. Dark is maxed out once again. He's getting 9 more Lurkers. Lot of Lings flooding in on the top right. What is in here? Yeah, it's more Swarm Hosts. Dark supply is, of course, inflated with those Swarm Hosts. Like, there's still... Yeah, that's 27 supply in Swarm Host here. Oh, couple Lurkers will get spotted here. But it kills a couple of Stalkers as well. Storm not able to kill off everything. Lings will get blasted by those Storms. And we might see another holdout on MaxPax. The Immortal from the far side of the rocks doing good work. Battery overcharge will expire very shortly. Locust not really being targeted. Oh, that Immortal finally goes down. I don't know if that was the Super Immortal from earlier. There is 12 drones that just fell on the other side of the map. A Zealot run by, I think. Got some work done. This game is alarmingly close considering the amount of damage that they've taken. Look at the resources lost. It's within like 25 of each other. Double Immortal production coming on in. MaxPax. I mean, it is so difficult to survive this. But at the same time, it is really difficult to kill a Protoss player who's on 4 bases on Golden Aura. And MaxPax has used that to full advantage. Dark, his upgrades, though, are ridiculous. He's on 3-2-1 with now 3 +3 missile, +2 carapace on the way. Triple Immortal production coming in from MaxPax. He is going to start to run dry on money, though. Oh, forcing the Locust wave out with just a single Zealot. That is actually quite big. Oh, can he get one of these Archons? That would be pretty nice. He'll get a Gateway. But that's relatively minor damage. 9 probes do go down to some Banelings. MaxPax, he know. Okay. Yeah, I don't blame him there. Those Lurkers got themselves into a great position. He'd been battered that entire game. And he finally taps out. Dark will take game number 2 and goes up 2-0. All right, here we go. Game number 3, spawning up at the top left for Psystorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. In the blue. And his opponent once again going with the Extractor Trick Hatch first. It is Talon's Dark. In the red. Just saw the blood gushing off of that Extractor Trick. That was kind of funny because the way that the physics work in Oceanborn is it's under the sea, so everything floats to the surface. That's kind of what you just saw right there. Little bit gory, little bit gross, but it is what it is. We're going to see the... Well, I wonder if we'll see MaxPax try and commit maybe a little bit more to Adepts this game with how late Link Speed was, but I wonder if he noticed what Dark pulled there, because that was a little bit of a sneaky. If Randy Newman scattered baselines, that's... Yup. Now, yeah, I once again do wonder if Dark will mess around with his gas timings, because he is the kind of player that can certainly do so. And yeah, I wouldn't mind that one bit, to be honest. Wouldn't mind that a one bit. What are the commentators slash players doing in Los Angeles? We don't know. But there is some speculation. I'm tempted to make a YouTube video about it, because I'm not under NDA. Just like go full clickbait. Dark only mining with one drone on gas, I think entirely. I think he said, I don't care, MaxPax, what you scout. Not injecting. Very interesting off of the extractor trick double hatch. Extractor tracked. Oh my goodness. Should probably be watching the action. It's like just a little bit of lost mining time. MaxPax will deal with this. Did Dark get the scout on the Stargate? Ooh, he didn't. I thought for sure he would have, but he actually... The one spot that he didn't get the spot, that is where it is. Oh. And Dark did not check further forward. Oh. Or, huh. Well, this was kind of unnecessary. He actually didn't need to fly over that Overlord. He knew where it was. Maybe he just thought he'd already been scouted, so he's like, okay, I don't really care. I'm just going to beeline it across the map, and it just so happened to be through the Overlord's path. But sometimes I feel like MaxPax could mess around a little bit more with trickery. Like, imagine MaxPax combined with SOS. If you could somehow fuse the greatest parts of their brains together for this. Nice snipe on Larva and Creep Tumor. Doesn't get this last Larva. Would have been really nice to pick that off, but it's able to morph into an Overlord instead. MaxPax at least prevents drones from rallying over for a little bit. Not a crazy amount of time, but better than nothing. No Forge in Twilight Council just yet, but as I say that, he literally throws them down. I was like, I know my timings. They got to be coming down pretty soon. Ooh, this is... Well, this is these Oracles potentially having to recall out. They are very much stuck down there in the bottom right. Metabolic boost. Really wants to announce its presence. Keeping these Oracles hidden, but there we go. Now we see it. MaxPax has not gotten to do his game plan really in this series so far. It's been Dark taking the initiative. Oh, Revelation doesn't get all the tumors. Almost, but not quite. MaxPax, I wonder if he'll realize that last tumor is still alive. Lings will go for the wraparound on these Adepts, and they will be able to get at least one of them. Who gets the second one as well, and that does force the Shade. Oracles did slip out. They didn't recall, I don't believe. Oh, nice job from MaxPax. Keeps the one... Well, it keeps both Adepts alive, and that's actually enough to prevent the hatchery from being taken on the left. Meanwhile, MaxPax, well, he's definitely getting to do more of what he wanted to in this game. And it's going to be a second Forge coming out from Maximus Paximus. Oh, was Adept killed, or did it shade out? Yeah, that was killed. Okay. But he got some good value with it. 3 hatcheries coming down at once. Macro hatch in the main base and a double expand from Dark. This is something you can do off of Ling openers. It can be very effective. MaxPax loves playing very similarly to how Clem does. which is to say he likes to skirmish early and often on his terms and get cost-efficient trades against Zerg. And it's really strong when executed well, and MaxPax executes oftentimes very, very well. Dark getting into a Baneling Nest infestation pit, just finished up the Roach Warren. MaxPax obviously doesn't want to overcommit with any Blink Stalker attacks. He does have an Observer with this. Revelation on the Lings. Dark kind of threatening, pseudo-threatening with these units, saying, hey, you should probably go back home, no? I think it'd be a good idea. Using his opponent's Revelation against him, and MaxPax is just like, no, I don't need to panic one way or the other. He is down 2-0 in the series, but he is definitely looking comfy in this game. However, Dark is in a good position as well. 83 drones already on the field. Excellent tech. Dark. Oh. Ooh, he's going to lose a couple of queens here. MaxPax is going to be very happy with those pickoffs. Once again, great Blink Micro. Stasis Ward does get a couple of, well, actually quite a few lings. And the creep spread is really starting to get clipped away at. +1 ground armor about to complete. Roaches are starting to hit the field. There's another Stasis Ward behind this. MaxPax backing away to that, and I think he's only lost one Stalker. Yeah, he has. Fantastic stuff. Oh, and he actually captured all the lings that were trapped in that Stasis Ward, was able to take them all down. Good job from Dark, does trigger this one Stasis Ward. MaxPax, though, is going to be able to get back to the second one, and it's a big one. Lings still getting some decent damage to the Stalker army, but MaxPax really trading well. That might have been an aggressive blink forward, might have been a little too aggressive. He is out of Oracle energy pretty much, but he's able to retreat back. Dark trying to re-engage as MaxPax blink is on cooldown, but MaxPax doesn't really want Dark to be able to escape. Both players are kind of hoping the other will overcommit, and they're really skirmishing hard in the middle. Ultimately, it does end up coming out to be a bit of a wash. There is Hive pretty much done. It's just finishing now. There's the Ultra Cavern. It is the +2 melee, +1 Carapace, which does... Oh, that's a huge Stasis Ward this time. Really funnels up the Roaches as well. MaxPax. Oh my god, he forgot charge. He forgot charge completely. Those Zealots are hilariously slow. Finally starts the charge upgrade. He does have a very fast +2 armor. Ooh, we are going to see a flank coming in from Dark. MaxPax will get trapped a little bit here, but the Zealots are going to drag a lot of this army of Dark back home. Imagine if these were charge lots. Oh my god, it would be so much better. Trying to split slow Bane or slow Zealots versus slow Banelings. Put that on the bingo card. MaxPax barely able to save the Observer from dying to the Spore, but he does keep it alive, and he snipes one of Dark's bases. Dark getting knocked back down to 4 bases, while MaxPax is securely on 5 and is taking a 6th. Dark, he is definitely in trouble in this game number 3. MaxPax really looking good to put one on the board. However, Dark's Hive Tech is going to start kicking in pretty soon. He's got Chitinous Plating on the way. 3 Vipers starting on up. Now, granted, there's not a lot of good Viper targets. It's basically Blinding Clouds, to be honest. But if you don't have... Oh, nice little spread from MaxPax to talk about spreading slow Bane or slow Zealots versus Banelings. I mean, he did a pretty decent job right there. Ooh, Banelings, okay, not able to get the connections. Meanwhile, other side, Observer does go down, but he gets the cancel on the base again. And there's still one more Observer with this. Dark is really getting kind of bullied in this game number 3. MaxPax +3 armor on the way. Ooh, he is a little bit far forward on the creep right now. Stasis Ward does catch quite a few lings, but of course the army in the middle will be forced to retreat. Corrosive Biles do get avoided. Another Stasis Ward getting plopped down. And with even just a small warping of Stalkers, this is probably enough to deal with this. Meanwhile, Zealots on the left side. They won't find this base just yet. Oh, okay, never mind. He goes back for it, and he will take it down. A little bit of chaos coming on in. There's the blinding cloud in the middle of the map. Lings and Banes are going to find a little bit of an opening on this top side. And with the Baileys taking a lot of damage against the Zealots, or doing a lot of damage to the Zealots, no, never mind, that Warpin is going to be enough to hold this base, but it's still a decent trade for Dark. However, he needs more than decent trades, being down, well, at this point, down 2 bases. And the Ultras were not the big shock factor I think that Dark needs them to be. Oh, that's another big stasis ward. God, these stasis have been huge. Stasis. Queen's going to try and get in on top of the War Prism. They might be able to take it down, but even if they do, it's going to come at a cost of at least 2, make it 3 of them. Ling's in the middle of the map. Oh, burrow play. But we've got a recall with the Observer. Meanwhile, Zealots from earlier, they did take down the base on the bottom side. They also got one drone? Just one drone. MaxPax, though, in firm control of this game, 100%. And going to be building a bunch of static defense at this top side. That's really been the only opportunity for Dark to find any damage, is trying to go after that base. But now as MaxPax gets in towards Double Immortal Archon, or Double Immortal Archon? Yeah, Double Immortal Archon. I was going to say Double Robo Immortal and Archons, but Double Immortal Archon is technically, I think it paints the picture. MaxPax will get intercepted on the left side. Dark. Oh, he is going to find an Immortal here. That's a huge pick. Absolutely gigantic pick. And actually, a lot of the static defense getting blown up by Banelings, it looks like, on the left side. Meanwhile, Ling's Ultras on the 4th base. Ling's Ultras on the 5th, or on the 6th. And all of a sudden, MaxPax actually finding himself in a lot of trouble, taking a huge amount of damage in multiple places at once. I said the Ultras weren't that first shock, but this is a lot of damage, actually. Immortals will find at least a couple of the Ultras. Could see a blink forward here to try and kill that last one off, but he was a little bit late to do so. So it actually will escape on out. Got that Anabolic Synthesis, that Zoomy Boy upgrade. Both players, after finishing up their 3-2 for their desired attack setup. We do have +1 missile coming in for Dark, which obviously is going to help out the Roaches, Lings, and Ravagers. Oh my god, this Ultra, it can't get there. And Immortal, Big Daddy Immortal will take it to pasture. Lings gonna burrow on the right side. MaxPax has weathered the storm. There are a lot of Ultralists here, though. That is a lot of Ultras. I don't know if this is enough Immortals to deal with this. Oh, he lifts up 2 of the Immortals instantly, and that actually takes a lot of his firepower out of the fight. He does save the 2, but that means that a lot of the Stalkers kind of get left in the lurch. Still 3 more Immortals in production. Dark, ooh, morphing in a bunch of Banelings on the top side. Will try and get in here. He's spending all of his money to try and make this happen. Meanwhile, in the middle, we're going to rewatch this fight because I think we missed the kickoff, but you see the end result, and that is that MaxPax crushes Dark's army, and there is still a lot of Protoss left over. That's really all you need to know. Dark is still creating enough chaos that MaxPax could think he's in a worse position than he is. But of course, MaxPax knows he's got a big army on the bottom side. He knows that it is well versed in fighting. Oh, and these Banelings, even if they kill the probes, it's not going to be enough to be worth it. Wait, what did he just recall? Where did he just recall? We are going to see the robotics facilities going down. Hang on, this has still got potential to spiral out of control. Do we have Neural Parasite? We do not. Dark needs Neural Parasite for sure. How many observers are there? There are 3 observers. Are they all with the army? No, they're not. I think one of them was recalled. Ooh, Ling's going to try and find the Stalkers, but another big stasis ward. MaxPax, he's still got so much money in the bank at this point. Oh, he actually cancels the Warpin of Stalkers. I really like him building Archons here instead of Stalkers. Archons are so much more robust against the Ultras. Oh, and meanwhile, he's got so many power units at home. 12 Archons and 6 Immortals on the field. Battery overcharge. Well, it's not going to do too well against +3 Cracklings. 3/3 Cracklings even. Not if you're pulling probes. If it was Zealots, that'd be a different story. Dark is really trying to outmuscle MaxPax here. Zealots will get funneled up. Dark, he can't hold though. There's no way. No freaking way. Here comes the Ultras from multiple sides. There's only a couple of mortals here, but it should be enough. Nice War Prism Micro there from MaxPax, saving the one Archon. Dark will have no choice but to tap out, but he really made MaxPax work for that. Still, MaxPax puts one on the board. All right, here we go. Spawning up in the top left for Psystorm Gaming with a really nice comeback game. It is MaxPax. And his opponent spawning down in the bottom right for Talon. It is Dark in the red. Man, that was just outstanding from MaxPax. Honestly, I really do have to give so much credit to both players. The stasis wards from MaxPax were constantly on point. They really kept him from ever getting jumped the way that Dark really wanted to jump his opponent's army. There was constantly good blink micro, good expansion pattern from MaxPax. He was really on top of it, but Dark refused to look at the supplies. He refused to say, this game is over. And yeah, when he decides he wants a game, you better be ready for a war, because he is going to make you work for that. He is going to make you work for that in a big way. Hey, thank you very much, Flip a Flapjack, for the 105 biddies. Thank you. Thank you very much. A waving hand in the top middle. We are going to see Dark not going for the Extractor Trick 15 hatch, going instead for the Hatch Gas Pool. Obviously, this is a more familiar build order, and of course, even if you get your hatch blocked, which obviously we see that he did, you get your ling speed at that 330 mark, and there's still a lot of normal benchmarks that you're more used to. And just generally speaking, switching things up, really, I think it's a really important thing to keep things unpredictable. Man, even in that, even with the game looking so good for MaxPax for so long, Dark still, it felt like he was not that far away from turning it around and turning that into a 3-0. But MaxPax was not going to be stopped. I think Dark's only way to make that happen would have been Neural Parasite Infestors. And he would have had to steal... He would have had to find an opportunity where the armies were completely split. Oh, nice job right there from Dark. Able to prevent MaxPax from, first of all, getting the denial. Sometimes Dark will build just 2 lings. Very rare, though. Very rare to build just 2 lings for Dark. But MaxPax, of course, tried for the pylon. 4 lings plus a drone is enough to take that down very quickly, out DPS it. 2 drones, 2 lings plus a drone is not. And that is what MaxPax was hoping that Dark had gone for. But if you can get the block, and then you're able to get a ling in on top of this, or sorry, an Adept Shade in on top of this, before you have to cancel the pylon, you can deny the natural hatchery and put the Zerg so far behind. It is actually, it's something that Creator was very good at. But we don't see it very often. In fact, there's a game I remember from IEM Katowice 2023. Hold that thought. We are going to see 3 drones going down to the first Oracle. Despite the fact that it took a decent little bit of damage before it went in, it actually finds good value. That's very nice for MaxPax. He should be pleased with that, I would say. And I hope he is. Oh, that's a damn quick layer. Oh, drones. Okay, Dark pulls him back. Scout on that layer. Seeing a layer that quickly, this feels like... I'm actually surprised there's no second Overlord on the left side for like a Ling Queen Nidus type play. No Evo Chamber, no Roach Warren. What is this setup right now? We do have a second gas coming on in. So that makes me think that it's not going to be Nidus Worm, Ling Queen Nidus. Layer will complete. It's not going to be like Spire, is it? That would be kind of an... Okay, it is the Nidus Worm. Okay. This is a fake gas. I think he is trying to... Oh my God. He actually missed it. Oh, he was so close to getting the scout there. Dark is... That is a really nice position that he's hidden this Nidus Worm. Oh, it's a Baneling nest with it. That's what the second and now third gas are for. Oh, this is so difficult to deal with, no? The thing is, though, there's not... okay. I was going to say there's not many... or not any Overlord in position, but there's that Overseer. Look at that. MaxPax instantly responding. He knows the chance of the Nidus Worm is super high off of that very quick layer. How many gateways do we have? We got 4 gates for MaxPax. He's got a unit in the wall as a natural. Cannon, shield batteries being built. That's the third. This is quite dedicated from Dark. Like, he is really going for this. Adepts are able to avoid getting surrounded. Nidus Worm will be denied from getting into the natural or the main. Oracle's able to stay out of range. Good hold position micro from MaxPax there, not letting him get drawn into the fight. So far, this is a great start for MaxPax. And I believe he's still got the battery overcharge available. Blink is going to complete momentarily for MaxPax. It's not quite done yet. Ling's trying to swarm in here, but they do not have +1 melee. And they're not getting the surface area they need. Blink going to finish just now. Bane will... Oh, that's a big hit, but it's just one Bane. Nidus Worm getting denied in the natural. Lings are going to try and get back here to defend the Queens. MaxPax will blink back behind the wall, and he's going to be able to save all but one of the Stalkers. Oh, but the Stalker that was in the front is the one that goes down. Force field very late. Lings are going to get in here, but has MaxPax already stymied this attack well enough? It is hard to say. He's going to kill this Nidus Worm on the right side, but there's still another one. Another one also being dropped in the natural. Both starting to fall. Banelings getting blocked by their own Queens, but they will get through. MaxPax, though, with the target fire, grabs both Banes, but the second one, after it's already gone into the middle line, it is pure chaos here. But, oh, a lot of stuff is caught on move command now in the middle. MaxPax still has dealt with this extremely well. Cybercore is barely alive in the natural, but it does survive. Oracle does go down to these Queens. Oh, this is very scary right now for MaxPax, but he is doing a phenomenal job. Cybernetics Core will get taken down. It is already about to complete, though, on the rebuild. I don't know. Must have been rebuilt in the main base. Yeah, there it is. 8 gates are now done for MaxPax. He can warp in so many Stalkers. Nice wall at the front. Battery overcharge is available. I think you should pop it on the left side now. But he disagrees. And he's right. He's cleared up enough of these Lings. Spines being added on here. MaxPax might have enough to go for the break now, but he feels compelled to blink back, and he will have to blink back on both sides. Little breathing for a moment, little breath. Dark is still down 18 workers. He is still so committed with this. MaxPax has cleared out most of the Queen energy. There's none left. Probes are going to be the target of these Banelings. Banelings will get in on top of the third middle line, but only 13 probes go down. Meanwhile, drones on the other side of the map are getting massacred, and I think we're going to Game 5, baby. Dark is going to run out of steam here, whereas MaxPax is on double the worker count of his opponent and well, not rising anymore, but was rising. Battery overcharge getting popped in a beautiful location behind the cannons, behind the mineral line. Banelings, it's a seemingly inexhaustible supply, and he actually almost gets the kill by stack. Oh, that was so cool from Dark. He stacked up on the minerals, knowing that the splash goes through those minerals, but it wasn't enough. And even if it was, I think this would still be a hold from MaxPax. I do want to point out those cool moves when I see them. Dark. He threw everything at MaxPax, but MaxPax ultimately survived. It's pure chaos. But there is just too many Stalkers now, and we are going to Game 5. MaxPax holding the line. Incredibly done. All right, here we go. Game number 5. Coming back from the 2-0 deficit for Storm Gaming, it is MaxPax in the blue. And his opponent spawning up the top left for Talon. It is Dark in the red. This time going back to the Extractor Trick 15 hatch. In Game 5, he wants his hatch where he wants it. He doesn't want MaxPax to have a say about that. Man, what a series this has turned into. After the first 2 games, I was a little bit worried. I was like, oh man, does Dark maybe have MaxPax's number today? But the answer is a resounding no. MaxPax has absolutely woken up. That game number 3 went exactly as he planned. Game 4, very messy, but he still dealt with it really well. Really, really well. Yeah, that was actually such a scary attack. All right. Dark, this time he might actually, in earnest, fully mine the gas. And once again, I'm a huge fan. Oh, never mind. He stops. He stops after 44 gas. Stops full mining. I am a huge fan of mixing it up in general, though. Dark once more, going for the creep tumor first into the very quick third queen before third hatch. Dark is a big fan of these lings getting across the map. Ooh, I thought he was going to shade forward with that. There actually wasn't a whole lot to defend for Dark. Ling speed hasn't even started. There was... Oh, hold that thought. Oh, full surround on one of the lings. Nice job from MaxPax, and he gets the other one as well. Oh, that's very good. Ooh, and now the Adept shade forward into the natural. They're already getting 3 drones. Can he get a 4th? Dark. Oh, we'll get the Spore Crawler. MaxPax. Oh, he even grabs another ling on the way out. 3 drones and a ling for 1 Adept against an Extractor Trick 15 hatch. Oh, that's fantastic for MaxPax. He is going to be thrilled with that, I think. He should be, at least. Well-placed Spore is going to be kind of making it more difficult to find an opening here, but the Queens move out of position, which means he will get 2 drones, and after the damage he already did, 2 additional drones is kind of huge. This is a very strong start for MaxPax here in game number 5, after already seizing all of the momentum in this series away from Dark. point. There's no spores at the third. He could have gone for this, but he didn't want to commit. And he would have had to put his one very low HP Oracle in harm's way. And Dark was already on top of it with the target fire. So that's one of those situations where you could go in and it could pay amazing dividends and you could get out with everything. But if Dark was on point, which he already demonstrated that he was, then you are putting your one Oracle in harm's way and potentially giving away a lot of HP. We are going to see the Queen in the main base. Oh, takes a little bit of damage, but ultimately will survive. Will get pulled back. Triple Adept, meanwhile. Nope. Just chilling, looking for a little bit of creep, and I think he found 1 or 2 tumors. The most important thing about your Oracles is keeping them alive, for sure. We're going to see fast +1 melee and a very quick layer, relatively speaking. Not as quick as the previous game where it was that Ling Lurker Nidus, or not Ling Lurker, Ling Queen Nidus, and in fact Ling Bane Queen Nidus. Usually the Ling Queen Nidus is a little bit faster on the layer timing. It is a really strong build. Oh, Oracle. Oh, he went way too deep, and the Transfuse still came up. The Adepts did shade forward into the natural. They were able to grab 4 drones. Well, that ain't bad. But losing that Oracle, that bad. That not good. That does not spark joy if you're the Protoss. We're going to see MaxPax going straight up into 6 gases after the Blink and +1, and it will be a robotics bay. Okay, are we going to see a second robotics facility with this? Usually we do when it's a robotics bay, but it might just be a little bit of disruptor play, maybe? Ooh, and I was wondering when I saw that quick layer after the fast +1 melee if we were going to see Hydras. We are, in fact, going to see Hydras, so it's going to be Hydraling Bane. If MaxPax ends up going for fast Colossus, that would be a dream against this. +1 melee not yet done, but with how many Lings, he's still going to be able to kill 1 probe. MaxPax, though, gets back into position and prevents that from becoming an actual problem. All right, what's it going to be? Colossus, Disruptor? It will be Colossus. So, with it only being single Robo, I mean, it lacks a bit of oomph, to be perfectly honest. Dark, though, his economy was definitely... Oh, wow, he went crazy on the Overlords. 109 of 184. Dark is getting into +2 melee behind this. Nice save on one of these probes. Oh, but he loses another. Oh, he loses 2, actually. MaxPax just waiting for some of the creep to dissipate. He's got to be a little bit careful. There are no stasis wards here, and that's not a ton of stalkers, and there's only the 2 oracles, one of which wasn't even around for all of that. Ooh, Revelation will see these Hydras. If he hasn't already clocked his opponent for Hydras, he should see them very shortly. Oh, that's a nice Revelation on a ton of Lings. 4th base is up and running for MaxPax. Colossus will be revealed. Unfortunately, he doesn't have that +2 yet, so he can't one-shot those Lings, but he's still able to get a couple of pickoffs. It is going to be a Templar Archives behind this. We do see a very fast infestation pit. That, of course, makes sense from Dark. So it's really nice that he got to see those Colossus so quickly. Dark taking down some of the rocks, yeah. Is he going to take down all of them or just the one set to kind of open up his an attack path towards his opponent? MaxPax getting in towards Storm behind this. He did delay his additional gateways, but he's got a few more coming on in. Ooh, that's a lot of Banelings. High Templar is a little bit exposed. Oh, but it actually gets saved by the Stalkers, the wall of Stalkers. And only 2 probes go down. So he doesn't lose the High Templar, doesn't lose those high-value units. Ooh, will be forced to morph an Archon. There's a lot of Lings here. Dark is getting it on top of the Colossus, gets one of them, kills all the High Templar, kills the Archon before it can morph in, and MaxPax getting caught a little bit on the... kind of a little bit away from his static defense before Storm had completed. Lings in on top of the cannon, will get it. Probes are going to pull into this, and they will be able to actually clean up these Lings. However, oh, more Lings reinforcing on the top side. He's still very close. It's just before +2 melee. Double Robo Colossus is going to be able to replenish this, though, and not many probes fall. There's still 83 workers on the field. MaxPax does take some big damage, but he withstands. He stands steadfast and resolute. And he gets... That was so stupid. And he gets the defense. There's that +2 weapons coming online, by the way, for those Colossus. Let's see if MaxPax goes straight up into +3. I would love to see it. But he might decide he has a big timing, and he would be correct about that. Archon is completing just in the nick of time. Banelings, oh, they just get cleaned up before they can really connect. And I know it happened a while ago, but that change to +2 melee continues to be a big factor. MaxPax needs to resaturate a couple of his gases. He has been heavily pressured by Dark. Dark is really coming after him here in this game number 5. Stasis Ward only catching a couple of lings. Hive is about to complete. We do have the Lurker Den done. Oh, it's actually double Hydra Den. That's an oopsie. It's a paddling. Lingbane Hydra moving in on the right side. They do have their full upgrades, right? Yeah, they do. But only +1 missile about to complete. No adrenal glands started up just yet. That's a big oversight. That is a big... Oh, literally as I say it. There it is. Starts it up. Zealots do not have their charge upgrade yet. Unlike the previous game, it has been started now. It didn't take him moving across the map with the Zealots slowly to realize the charge is not done. Good cleanup from Dark, of course. That's pretty cost efficient. Storm is done. Dark has done a good job of respreading creep during this, and it's always difficult to do during these really chaotic, highly aggressive actions. MaxPax is getting close towards maxing out. He's got a pretty damn strong army. But Dark, he can go into a ton of lurkers if he's so inclined. And there we go. 5 lurkers start up. That's not a ton. It's only because he doesn't have a lot of free supply. He's actually on 120 lings. Ooh, storms on the lings could be huge. Oh, and they are most definitely massive. Still a big surround coming on in, but that is a lot of lings that just went down. He doesn't even kill the Immortal. Colossus, 18 kills, 23 kills. This Archon has 18 kills. That is, I think, a High Templar, post-morph High Templar. Ooh, we are going to see this army trying to cook through these lurkers. And we'll be able to get 3 of the 5 of them. Hydra's coming in behind this. Ooh, can they get the Warp Prism? Nah, no, they get the Colossus, though. And now they get the Warp Prism. MaxPax, though, does have reinforcements coming in behind this. No detection, as far as I can tell. Observers, I think, were sniped. It's a good job from Dark to make sure to take those down. And actually, that's a very expensive attack from MaxPax. Very expensive for him. But Dark had a very expensive attack on the other side of the map, you know, 45 seconds prior. So kind of ping-pongs and evens out a little bit. Finally, another observer coming on in. And this is why also it's so important to keep those oracles alive. Getting the revelation is so crucial. +3 melee completing here for Dark. Ooh, these Banelings could be really nice. Yes, they are. That actually softened the Zealots up massively. You don't even need to get the kills, just enabling the Zerglings to get that massive fight that they're looking for, that big cleanup. Ooh, Changelings do see this army. MaxPax doesn't realize he's being completely kind of ghosted with his movement. He's got to see that those are Changelings, right? Lings will come in on the counterattack. Ooh, good positioning and good battery overcharge here from MaxPax. Going to be able to deal with this. Meanwhile, another base of Dark getting taken down. That will knock him back down to 5 bases. Oh, no unit in the wall. This is where Dark can really come alive in the later stages of a series. Getting into the main base with this Ling run by. So many probes going to fall. 15 probes going down very quickly. But that is still not monstrous damage. Oh, as I say that, another 13 probes fall to a Bane run by, and Dark is now on the warpath. Look at this monstrously large Lurker army coming forward. And that is, more than anything, he drew his opponent out of position. And that is going to be a dead base almost for sure. Dark. Ooh, won't be able to get these probes. MaxPax, though, he might just go for the base trade right now. And I honestly think that might be a good idea. These lurkers are in such a good position. He does have the mothership. It is out, and it is with the army. 10 High Templar just morphed on in. Where did they just morph in? Okay, at the natural. Dark is going to come back home. He will lose this base on the top side. MaxPax, ooh, he's going to recall some of the units, the fresh units to this. This army is huge on both sides, but it's actually bigger and more powerful for MaxPax at the moment. Oh, but attacking down a ramp is not it. Not into a concave of lurkers. He can go up and clean up this base on the top side. He might be feeling pressured to just end the game, though. And it feels like he certainly is. Where is the Oracle? Did it go down? It did not. Revelation was pretty decent. Time Warp is actually very good right there, but there's so many lurkers to get through, and he's attacking through a very tight choke. MaxPax, oh man, after the comeback in game 3 and 4, he has lost the sauce in game 5. Dark is really taking the fight to him now. We will see these Zealots finally cleaning up these lurkers on the top, or on this, well, I guess third base. But that should tell you the situation. Dark has knocked MaxPax back down to 3 bases. Now, MaxPax can do the same if he just goes up to the top side and kills this base. There's nothing defending it. It's free. It is completely free. Dark is going to save the drones. Very quick pull from him. That is really nice. But, I mean, even just knocking out this base is a lot. If MaxPax had just done this and also cleared the lurkers up earlier while not, you know, attacking it and throwing away a ton of army. Oh, hold that thought. The recall is available once again. All 3 abilities are back off cooldown. But, oh, there's a Viper here. 3 Vipers, in fact. Drones are going to take a very long route. And they are homeward bound. Well, they're going to oversaturate the crap out of this base, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. For now, both players on one old, rickety, super nearly mined out base and not able to take anything more. Oh my god, this state. That creep tumor that survived sees the mothership. Oh, that is huge. That is so big. MaxPax. Oh my god. Oh man, this is that's such a huge find. He needs to recall that mothership. He cannot. No, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just leave. Just leave. Creep spread has been nullified almost completely. Dark is going to try and take another base, as will MaxPax. They're taking not quite mirrored opposites. At this point, individual minerals are actually kind of a big deal. Even losing these drones is not exactly ideal. Oh, but the triple of ducks coming in on the Archons. Very nice find. Still, this is not over yet by any stretch. Not even a little bit. Oh, I wonder what the solution is right now for both players. Obviously, if MaxPax had a little bit more economy, he could go into Sky Toss, and it would be really nice against what Dark has. The thing is, Dark has so many Hydras, and he's still got 3 Vipers. But of course, he's got so many Lurkers as well. There is no Carapace for his Hydras. But they will still shred Interceptors. I think if you could, you would love to go Tempests, but once again, you just cannot afford it. I think maybe the answer is to just, for both players, to keep bulking up with what they've got and try and force their opponent into a bad fight. Dark did have to give up his base. Oh, that's a big stasis ward. Oh, and he's actually going to find that drone right there, trying to take the base. MaxPax will resecure a new base way earlier than his opponent. Mothership is still lurking around, looking for an opening. 11 kills to its name. Those Lings, yeah, they're not gonna find anything. Oh, there's the recall, but it's a lurker trap. Oh, it's a trap, but it doesn't matter. My fist is bigger than your trap. But he's going to need to recall out. A lot of Immortals getting caught on the low ground. Oh, Storm, Storm, Storm. He does get some of those Lings. Oracle going to try and cover these Immortals and keep them alive. Barrier coming back off cooldown at a very opportune moment. A lot of units on a super brutal rally. Great abducts from Dark to get these kills. God, please. Oh, my God. He finally kills it off. Finally. Oh, my God. And now Dark has started mining from this base proper. His income is going to come back in line with that of MaxPax's. Might even pull ahead, as I think MaxPax is going to mine out of his base earlier. I think. Oh, man, I thought for sure that was going to be a disaster for MaxPax, but it actually wasn't that bad. And both players are now expanding again. Like, you know, like this is almost a normal-ish game. Ooh, 3 High Templar. He needs more. I hope he keeps these for Storm. I hope he does not Archon morph these. Oh my God, the Changeling usage from Dark has been magnificent this game. So many Changelings checking every which way. Even Overlords gonna find this. That actually does drop Dark below the supply cap. MaxPax's like, I gotta check, see if you're there. He did not see if this base was retaken. He could have actually killed it for free, but Dark is being so intimidating with his units. Oh, there's the Tempest. There is the Tempest, but MaxPax, oh man, Dark, the Changeling usage in the super late game. Is it super late? I don't even know. We're 21 minutes into the game. You would call this the super late game in most scenarios, but they're still on mid-game-ish compositions. Now, obviously, they've got fantastic tech. Oh, MaxPax will find this base. Dark, very quick drone pull, but he is going to lose that hatchery. And that will set him back once again. Cost MaxPax an Archon, but that's totally fine. Ooh, there's a lot of lurkers here. Yeah, you're not... Oh, my God. Oh, the cool. He's going to recall again and doubles his army size on this bottom side. Dark is going to lose all the lurkers here. And that will be no mining left for Dark now. MaxPax just needs to hold this base against this Ling run by, and that is all... That's all he needs to do, really. Oh, Viper's getting feedbacked. Dark gonna lose 1, 2, 3 Vipers. MaxPax, what a set of plays here. Lings and lurkers will come on in. Recall. Just recall to this base. Save it. Don't even hesitate. Just recall. He's not doing it. He is going to lose this base, and he might lose the other mining base as well. MaxPax should have been decisive on the recall. Now the recall comes in, but he could have done it. He could have done it like 20 seconds ago. Instead, he is going to lose 16 probes, loses the Nexus at the top, could have saved both, and pretty much all but maybe 10 of those workers, 7. Still, the Tempest cometh. And there are already 2 of them on the field, 2 more in production. This mothership has been gold. I am so happy to see a Protoss player using the mothership this way. It is such a strong tool. Ooh, but you got to be careful. That is a lot of lurkers. Hold that thought. Tempests will be able to start plowing away at these lurkers. And the Vipers, they all went down. 2 of them being rebuilt right now. MaxPax just needs to zone the army out with his High Templar, with his Colossus. And he can kill these lurkers and hydras with impunity. Mothership looking for a recall on a base that hasn't even been retaken. Dark, oh, the storms are monstrous, and the hydras get obliterated. Lurkers once again trying to counterattack, but it seems like now MaxPax has done it. He's going to recall again to the left side. There's no mining here, so it's not necessarily the best move. And he doesn't have recall available. Hang on. Dark is going to find the last mining base of MaxPax, right? Dark is... MaxPax kind of allowed Dark to do this. There's now only 6 probes on the field, soon to be 5. MaxPax? He's now creating a situation where he needs to attack into lurkers, but he might just have the sheer brute force to do it. Vipers, one of them does get the abduct on the Colossus. There's the Mama ship. getting abducted, but it is going to be able to retreat out 13 kills to its name, but so much more value than that. Dark knocking his opponent down to just a single probe at this point. But MaxPax, I think he's still done it. Dark is mining. MaxPax is not. But the army is 65 army supply bigger and counting as MaxPax continues to whittle away at Dark. Dark will be forced to tap out. We'll rewatch that last segment where he went in on top of the lurkers, I assume. Oh my goodness, what a game and what a series this was. Did he go for it? I don't even think he needed to. I think Dark just knew. Yeah, there it is. GG. Insane. What a game and what a series from these two. And if you enjoyed that one, make sure you comment in the chat, comment in the comments, leave a comment. Don't leave. But hit that like and subscribe. Check out the rest of my videos, and we'll catch you on the flip side.